The intent of this podcast is for entertainment only. Our stories are based on the opinions and thoughts of ourselves and the research we cite. We encourage you to conduct your own research and form opinions based on your findings.
So big.
All right, the first 5 minutes of this episode is just all about cats right now.
It's just cat talk.
Yeah.
Just fine. Where's
She's
mine?
like sitting on the computer right now, like a computer desk, like
Mine is
staring.
My cat is, of course, sitting on all my clean laundry, as one does.
Sounds about right.
Because I didn't put it away.
In case we didn't say so before, welcome back. Episode 2 of Conspiracy Happy Hour for 2024.
We're doing it.
We're doing
2024 sounds weird.
It really does. But you know what? Usually, like, after the first month of saying it, you're like, okay, just normal now. But what do you have plans for? Well, actually, did you have plans for New Year's Eve, or are you unsure at this current point in time?
At this current point in time, I have zero plans.
I think I'm just going to chill on the couch.
Me too. I never been like a crazy person for New Year's. Like, it doesn't really do anything for me.
I was saying earlier today, I was like, when I was younger, I used to think I was so cool staying up till midnight and like just doing whatever I wanted. And there was like the one night of the year that I was allowed to stay up. And now I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go.
I know. You're like, can this ball drop? Can we? We got to go to bed.
I'm like, I got to get the wine and charcuterie board in me to keep me going all night.
Yeah. And like and a part of me also doesn't want to do anything because like this upcoming, when we're recording this, is before Christmas. This upcoming holiday weekend, we have Friday we're doing something.
Tomorrow,
Saturday.
Are you doing the 7 fishes thing again?
That's on Sunday.
Okay. Oh, that's the 24th.
Yeah, and my sister's having a party on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
And then we're having Christmas on Christmas Eve because they have to work on Christmas.
That's nice.
And then I have to go back to my parents on Christmas so we can open our gifts. So like I don't really have time to relax this weekend.
A holiday, you never have time.
I'm kind of not even looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to New Year's Eve weekend where I have another 3 days to do nothing because I'm not going to have time to do nothing this upcoming holiday.
So like I said in the last episode, I have that little jiggler that I plug into my computer and it just shows me active.
You're gigolo.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a little gigolo.
Yeah. So I literally next week, my boss is off. Half my team is off. I expect to be doing absolutely nothing except paying attention to emails.
Same. I have like a few things I like have to do.
Yeah.
Which are like daily things that I need to do. But other than that, I might wrap. I don't know. Clean my room. Clean my part. Yeah, like my gifts and stuff.
I'm talking about the week between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh.
And then you're like, I might wrap. So like
never mind. I was talking about tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
I have to wrap our gifts for tomorrow night.
Probably be doing not the very bare minimum next week.
Tim goes, should we just give it to them in the Amazon boxes? I said, no. I said, you can just ask your fiance to do it like I normally do. You
know what he should have done? He should have, when he purchased those things on Amazon, he should have clicked the little box that says, this is a gift. So
does it wrap it for you?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it comes in wrapped as like wrapping paper. I think it comes in more of like a paper, almost like a paper bag, like a nice bag.
That's a pretty cool. So, and that's usually included, right? In like
it is included. Prime. Yep. It's just an extra box that you don't pay attention to at any other time of the year, but
never. During this time of year too. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. I do it occasionally. It's not like the prettiest paper, but it goes up wrapped.
I don't mind wrapping it myself, but like I hate giving gifts to people in a bag. Like I feel like half of the experience to giving somebody a gift is wrapping it. Like you and I just had 2 months ago.
When you get a bagged gift for me tomorrow, pretend to like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying 2 months ago when this is posted, but like last week when we did with the white elephant party we had, I'm struggling moving my foot around. I wrapped the gift and then put them in a bag. Like I'm very like anal about that shit.
It does show a little more effort. It's nice.
I am so proud of myself for what I found for you, and I can't tell you yet.
Oh, okay.
But like, you better have this with you the next time we record.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I think you'll like what I got you too. I think everyone will like what I got them. So
yeah, so we're doing tomorrow night. You and I are doing a little Christmas party exchange. So we're doing like breakfast for dinner. We have you and one other person coming over, and then we're all exchanging gifts that we got each other and watching Christmas movies all night. It's literally the perfect night. I
got the stuff to make pancakes, even though I forgot the syrup, so I have to go buy syrup before I come over.
I have syrup. I can't promise it's good because it's like
I'll stop before
syrup.
I'll stop before I come over. But I got, for the toppings, a preview. I got blueberries, chocolate chips, and walnuts.
Oh, I love that.
I figured they'd be good in together or separate.
So there is, and I keep meaning to buy it, and I have not bought it yet, but I might go to the store tomorrow. Actually, they have it at the liquor store by you, but it is alcoholic whipped cream. And I really, really want to get it, but it would go perfectly with
the
pancakes and waffles. So I decided that I am just doing my breakfast casserole, but I did buy like cans of tomato juice, and we have vodka, so we can still make Bloody Marys. And I brought little like gherkin pickle things, so we can like stick them on toothpicks and have. I'm excited. Garnish. Yeah, I am too. I think tomorrow night's gonna be really fun.
I agree,
but we'll have to. I'll text you later. We'll figure out what time everybody wants to come over and stuff. But I'm sure the people listening right now don't want to hear any more about our.
Everyone loves pancakes
for Christmas that at that point have already passed.
I know. 2 months later, we're having Christmas.
It's Valentine's Day. No, it's not. It's still Christmas to us.
Should we dive into this episode then?
I Love Lucy. Mandela Effect. Ready?
Oh, wow. Never heard that.
Me either. I have never heard of this one. You know, like the famous line that they have where she's like, Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Yeah.
Whatever she says, however she says it. Never said that in any of the episodes.
What?
That was never a thing.
He never said that to her.
Not, you've got some splaining to do. He might have said it in a different way. But he never said that.
What does he say?
It doesn't say.
Oh. Well,
he might have been like, Lucy, but not, you got some splaining to do.
That's crazy. That's wild.
I swear, I love that show. I love that show.
It's like one of the popular like lines, or like, I don't want to call it a meme, but like the popular
somewhere I have a refrigerator magnet that says that.
Yeah, everyone. That's probably the one line. If it's not that, or it's like the Vita Vita Vegemin episode.
I love that. Can we have an I Love Lucy rerun?
Or even like the chocolate. Well, the chocolate one's not words, but it's like the shoving of the
shoving
chocolate.
It in their mouth.
Yeah, they're like the three things that everyone who watched
the
I Love
Vita
Lucy.
Vegemin one is like probably one of my favorite episodes. Yeah. So funny.
It's so funny. I haven't watched that show in forever.
You have to. Here's the thing, though. You have to watch it in black and white. As soon as they started advancing the color, it wasn't good.
It lost its charm.
My thing, you need the nostalgic, has to be black and white. But should we get into our rock, paper, scissors for the next episode? There's a dog down here.
I'm ready.
There's a dog right here.
Hello, dog. Great.
All right. Ready? Rock.
Scissors.
Okay. Rock. Scissors. Shoot.
Okay. You win.
Okay. I'll go first this time.
You won.
Otherwise, the wine's going to affect me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Just go. You win.
All right. So, for my conspiracy, this episode, I have something called Project Bluebeam, and I've heard of instances where this applies, but I have not heard of the entire theory in itself.
I don't think I've ever heard of this one.
So This is a really interesting conspiracy, and I do want to put like a quote-unquote trigger warning out there that I will be talking about a few like really sensitive topics that have happened in the U.S. history. So this is not anything supposed to be, not anything offensive. It's just what I'm telling and
Just part of the
so-called
theory.
facts that are surrounding it. Yes. So in the 1990s, the series started in the 1990s, and suggests that powerful organizations wanted to deceive the world on a massive scale. The trick involves holographic technology to make people believe in things that aren't really there. And the thought is that they're trying to create like this new world order where I guess people are all trying to get along and be harmonious. Maybe. I don't know.
LOL.
So the trick involves using holographic technology. I just read that. The thought is that this technology creates 3D images that look like huge events in the sky, fooling everyone on Earth. So the origin of this theory, and can I just say in the last episode, you said you had to read this a few times.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, I was reading this guy's name as Monistat, which if you're a female, it's like a vaginal cream to stop the itching. And I don't know why.
Maybe he
but I
invented
look
it.
at this and I can't stop seeing Monistat. It's Monast, Monast.
Okay.
So this man's name is a Canadian journalist by the name of Serge Monast. So he claims to have found out about a secret plan by NASA and other big groups to use this holographic technology. So apparently there were 4 parts to this plan. One was to fake religious events. One was to create a fake alien invasion. They also used it for mind control and simulating natural disasters like earthquakes and pandemics.
Pandemic.
So his writings became popular on the internet, but he did pass away in 1996 at the age of 51 from a heart attack. Now, Monist's death was also considered untimely and unexpected. The fact that he passed away at a relatively young age during a time when he was actively discussing a sensitive topic contributed to speculation around his death. So there was a lack of detailed information provided to the public about circumstances leading to his heart attack, which may have also fueled the speculation. I think it was just because of he died so unexpectedly and during a time where he was talking about a conspiracy that
it just added to the fuel to the fire.
Not to mention too that there was lack of detailed information. Nobody really had. I mean, obviously, they probably did autopsies at this time, but nothing was really released.
Yeah, and people like to fill in the blanks.
And in hindsight, too, like, I don't know if this is a situation that many people have on their minds where they're like, why did he die? No, probably half the world doesn't even know about this guy. So I don't know if it's necessarily...
Yeah, never heard of him.
Exactly. I don't think it's something that, like, we have to put this on the news that he didn't die because we did it. But so, like I said, as I stated earlier, there were 4 main parts to NASA's plan that he was talking about. So the first being the faking of religious events. One of the primary claims to Project Bluebeam was the use of holographic technology to simulate religious events, such as the second coming of Christ or the appearance of other religious figures.
Is this like throughout the course of history, or is this like he did this recently, air quotes?
Well, so the theory is that he was told about what the government was going to do, and it had 4 parts. So I think that one of the primary claims was that they could do this. I don't think they have done this yet.
Oh, okay. It's not like these things are like claim quote unquote happened. It's just like he could use this.
Yes, they could project that there was like Jesus standing right in front
coming
of
down,
you,
yeah.
And it was the second coming. And then the whole, I think, purpose of something such as that would be to create this new world religion that would unite humanity under a single global authority. So this religion, fun, yes.
Fun.
So the religion would transcend existing belief systems as a service, and serve, as a unifying force, bringing together people from various cultures, religions, geographical backgrounds. So I guess they were trying to basically unite the population into believing in one God as opposed to all the different variations of religion.
Yes, use the holographs like this new god has appeared.
Yes. Now, it does get weirder in certain situations, like part 2, the alien invasion scenario. So another claim is to suggest that Project Bluebeam would create fake extraterrestrial threats, such as massive alien invasion. The theory suggests that governments would use the projections to stage events, fostering fear and necessitating a global response, potentially leading to establishment of a world government. And I think in the past, I had covered the Betty and Barney Hill alien abduction case. Well, the theory would have been that they were never abducted. The government projected this alien invasion and what they saw, and then everything else from there was probably like under hypnotism and things like that. So everything that's visual is what is being holographically presented in front of them. So I don't know about you either, but lately my TikToks are like aliens, everything. Now,
Mine fluctuate between like someone trying to sell me something, someone
that too.
the TikTok
or
shop,
like digging in a pot of gold to look for you won this.
Oh yeah, the fizzy people.
Yes.
I don't know how I get off of fizzy ring talk or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, like I get some conspiracy stuff. Surprisingly, I don't get a lot. I guess
the amount of times that I've looked up conspiracies on TikTok too, but recently
I do have a lot saved for. I was like, I'm gonna do this when we start recording again.
Yeah, and actually, the Project Bluebeam was it Project Bluebeam? Yes. There's a part that I'm going to touch on later in this conspiracy that I actually initially found out about this from that TikTok. But if you have heard, I think it was in New Mexico, there was a story where somebody ended up calling the cops because there was something in their backyard and they didn't know what it was, and they had video of it and everything, and it was like
the chupacabra,
like an alien. No. That's another one we should cover later, but it looked like an alien, and the cops saw it and nothing was really done with it because cops are like, I don't know what that is.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
This is not my forte. We are skipping this one. But I wanted to find more on that story. I couldn't find it, but that was a really scary one because it was actually also reported on that local news station as well.
Definitely have to do that one later.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple that I'm going to kind of cover within this that I'm like, all right, I need to elaborate on that one more. So, but part 3 of this theory was the telepathic mind control. So Project Bluebeam conspiracy theorist extends its intrigue to include some idea of telepathic mind control. Some versions of this theory propose that orchestrating Project Bluebeam would utilize advanced technologies to influence and manipulate people's thoughts and beliefs directly. Proponents of this theory claim that the alleged technology would target the cognitive processes of human brain, allowing external forces to control or manipulate the way people think. All right, part 4 kind of touches like really close to what we've kind of been experiencing in the past few years, which is engineered earthquakes and pandemics. So part 4 of this conspiracy proposes the idea of using advanced technology to engineer artificial earthquakes and pandemics. The ultimate goal is to manufacture the illusion of
Seismic.
manufacture the illusion of simultaneous worldwide crises, both environmental and health related. 2 years ago, I guess at this point, we just went through
a pandemic.
COVID. Yeah. So the claim is that these earthquakes would be strategically triggered to create chaos and a pandemic on a global scale, fostering the perception of a natural crisis. Other aspects of the theory involve the use of technology to simulate pandemics. This means they could create or change information about the disease to make it seem like there's a big global health emergency. And if you think about it, the first 6-7 months of this pandemic, they made everybody stay inside. Everything in the government was shut down. Everything, restaurants, stores, everything. It was crazy. Yet somehow the liquor store stayed open. So
because if they closed those, there would be a riot.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, that was the highlight of my week, was like going to the liquor store or grocery shopping, because that was the only other thing open.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no like door dashing or anything at the time. It was just like, you want to escape, you can go to the food store and grab food.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, go grocery shopping.
Yep.
There's no toilet paper. Woo!
Use some paper towels.
I know, leaves back.
So the first instance of this Project Bluebeam that people think kind of did the kickstart into all of this was 9/11. People believe in this theory and say that 9/11 attacks was a practice run. The fear and shock from those attacks were used to test how technology could manipulate people's thoughts and feelings on a bigger scale. Some people who believe that Project Bluebeam say that the advanced technology seen in 9/11 attacks, like the airplanes and the controlled demolitions, was a way to show that kind of technology could be used later to trick the public into believing on a much bigger level. So basically, the airplanes that you saw crashing into the buildings were a holograph.
That's interesting.
Did not actually exist, but the government had planted these explosives down the buildings to implode the building, and leading to quite a few deaths and controlling the population. So that was the practice run for Bluebeam. Now, if you think about it too,
it seems like it worked.
United not even the country, but the world at that time against attacking the Taliban, like all at once.
Nothing brings people together than a common enemy.
Like hating somebody so badly.
Like work.
So a few of the other examples of this theory is Hurricane Katrina in 2005. So some conspiracy theorists have suggested that Hurricane Katrina was artificially manipulated as part of Project Bluebeam to create chaos, test the public's response to a larger scale. The second one, or another example, was in 2010, the Haiti earthquake. And then in 2011, you have the Japan earthquake and tsunami. Now,
this Bluebeam, in this instance, is not a projection. It's actually manipulating something to cause these events to happen.
It says alleged the events were engineered to manipulate public perception and gauge global reactions. So I don't know necessarily like how they would have engineered this earthquake, but I'm sure if they really wanted to,
started shaking the ground. They're like,
jackhammer that shit. Yeah. So the last one that I wanted to save is a very, very recent situation. And to me is the one that kind of seals it that this could actually be a possibility. So this year, Hawaii in Maui had faced those gigantic forest fires.
And I don't know if you saw on TikTok, but I saw on TikTok, I think it was one of the Scandinavian countries where they just had a volcano eruption.
Really?
Did you see that? Yeah. And I saw a TikTok, and it was the video of the mountain volcano, and it literally went like it lit up the sky. It was crazy.
See, that scares me. I don't want to live anywhere near a volcano.
I know.
But
Well, we actually live next to a very large fault line. I don't know if you knew that. It's just dormant.
I'd rather not know sometimes. I'd rather not.
I don't think it's why we sometimes experience earthquakes. It's literally runs down the Delaware River.
I do only remember feeling one in my entire lifetime.
I missed the one we had. I was in the car and I didn't feel it.
I was working at a daycare and I had just taken a group of like 10-year-olds outside, 5-year-olds maybe, to the sandbox. And I was like, did you just feel that? What was that? But anyways.
I was driving from, you probably know exactly where this location is. I was driving from the Staples in Woodbury Heights and it was
on 45.
On 45, and I left there because I was doing back to school shopping, and I went there and I was literally back to school. I was in college, and I was leaving that plaza, whatever you want to call it, and going across the street to the Liberty gas station. And in that period,
oh my God.
And in that period of like maybe not even 5 minutes, I missed the earthquake, and my dad's calling.
Dude, it could not have been 5 minutes. You were literally traveling directly across the street. It had to be like 5 seconds.
And my dad's calling me. He's like, "Oh my God, are the animals okay? What's going on?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm getting gas."
I was like, something doesn't feel right now. I'm like, but
the kids are shaking. Something's wrong.
But back to the Hawaii fires. I can't show this image right now. I'll have to post it. Or if you all want to look it up. So there was a photo that circulated during the time of the Hawaii fires. Now, a lot of conspiracy theorists did say that this was the cause. Now, this photo looks, let me see if I can Google it as I'm talking. But this photo looks like a laser hitting the earth. And it's crazy. It's an extremely sharp beam going straight down. At the bottom of this image, you can see what looks like a small fire and smoke. And you don't see anything else. Let me see if I can pull this photo up a little bit better. This is a extremely bright beam. It is straight down. You can see all of the smoke here. There's a little bit of a fire right here. Right here. I don't know where you're looking.
The smoke for coming from the laser.
Yeah. So to me, this looks exactly like a laser, right? There is a lot of articles surrounding this claim that this is something that started the fires. Let me see if I can pull my screen back up. Google Drive.
This reminds me of the Jewish space laser that all the Republicans talk about. I wonder if it has anything to do with that.
I honestly have never heard of that.
Really? Okay, I'll do it on the next one.
Cover it.
I'll do it on the next one.
So after I saw this image, because this, like I said, this circulated so many times during the Hawaii fire situation. There were TikToks about it, so many reports. However, from my findings in total, this was not actually what started the fire. This was actually an event that happened in 2018. But the articles, some of the articles, there's still mixed emotions about this, but some of the articles did state that this was some sort of rocket launch, SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch. Now, I used to go to, when I was a kid, I used to go to Kennedy Space Center all the time. My dad used to be like so into like astronauts and space and all that stuff. So there have been quite a few instances where I have seen rockets launch in space. It has never been as precise as that line that I saw. That is an orange line straight down. There is no question. To me, that is 100% a laser. Now, this picture very well may be from 2018. I'm not arguing that fact. The problem that I have is that if something like this could be created or thought of in 2018, what's to say this couldn't start the Hawaii fires in 2023? Now, so this online is considered a DEW, which a DEW is a direct energy weapon.
I see.
And there have been a lot of reports of direct energy weapon instances. If you ask me, like I said, this is not a photo of a rocket launch. This is a laser. And I kind of believe that it could be a possibility to population control, things like that, to have a laser start this massive fire. And this is a massive fire. I think like at least 3,000 people died in this fire on Maui.
Yeah, and it could have even been just like a test that went wrong, like
anything.
And that was the cover up was a massive fire that someone dumb started by accident.
Now, I did hear a conspiracy kind of included with this, that if you look at the photos of the wreckage of these fires, a lot of the items that survived, like benches, cars, houses, things like that, were all blue items. I didn't really do research into this, but it's just food for thought. Like there would be a blue bench in a park, and that blue bench would be untouched, but all the trees, the grass, the gravel, pavement, everything around that was burnt up. I don't know if anything like blue in color pertains to the theory itself, but it was just an interesting fact.
It's almost like anything. It almost sounds like anything like organic was destroyed, but like the metal.
Anything that was like even coated in blue.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe that'd be a good like follow-up.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
But I do want to elaborate on like certain things that I did touch in with this. Like I would love to do a longer episode about the conspiracies surrounding the forest fires or the conspiracies surrounding 9/11. So it did touch on a lot of things that I would be interested to look into more.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was any around the fire, so that's be cool to hear.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
no, yeah. I had no idea.
There's quite a bit. Yep. I tried to save some of it, but I can't find the one video that I saved on my phone. I can only find the second one, so I might have to piece together some stuff. But
fun. Well, that'll be the next episode of Conspiracy Happy Hour.
Yeah, man, maybe that's gonna be a lot of research. Still too new. But yeah, that was my conspiracy. So I'll let you go on with yours.
That was really interesting. I never heard of the blue beam or whatever you just called it.
No, Project Blue Beam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did either.
I'm wearing blue.
You're safe. Ah, so am I.
I'm safe from the laser. My conspiracy for you today is a creature, a cryptid, if you will. It is kind of, it's not, because I don't think I covered this one yet, but it's another like cousin to the world famous Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
We have a few in the United States. There's this one, which I'll go over, and there's Champy.
Chupacabra.
No, not the Chupacabra.
That's a legend of an animal.
But I mean as like a cousin, as in kind of like a dinosaur, yeah, water creature. Champy from Lake Champlain. From one of the Great Lakes.
So you're gonna have to just write all these down because I've never heard of that either.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. So I'm sure I love my cryptids. I just got one tattooed on my arm, so
show it off again.
Full on conspiracy. It's wrong arm. It's too new. I forgot. I actually just got a tattoo.
It's so cute
of the Loch Ness Monster. You can see.
Do you see that could be a whale dick?
Yes, I did see that.
I love it. I mean,
it's true. It's like it's either like, oh, it could be a log or it could be a whale dick. You never know. But the one I'm bringing you today is the Flathead Lake Monster. So deep within the depths of the Flathead Lake, a cryptid creature lurks, captivating the imagination of locals and everyone else. It is the Flathead Lake Monster, affectionately known as Flossie. I love how they have these cute names. Nessie, Flossie, Champy.
Oh.
Since its first sighting in 1889, so it's old.
It's old.
This elusive creature has become stuff of legends with over 79 documented accounts of encounters. Eyewitnesses describe a... Go ahead.
You froze and then you pick back up.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to stop you for a second. You're good now.
Eyewitnesses describe a creature of immense proportions, measuring anywhere from 20 to 40 feet in length. Its appearance resembles that of a large eel with a round, brown, and blue-backed body. Its most striking feature is its steel black eyes and undulating movements reminiscing of a snake. So this one is more of a serpent. It's not the Loch Ness. Well, it depends on what you look
like
at.
It's like a giant snake. It's not like humps.
Yeah, like sometimes you look at like the version of the Loch Ness Monster I have on my arm is like if you have ever watched Pokemon and seen Lapras. That's that version of the Loch Ness Monster. But there's also serpent versions of the Loch Ness Monster too, which is probably the ones that you see that look like whale dicks. So accounts of the Flathead Lake Monster come from people from all over the place, from first-time visitors to long-time residents, and from professionals, such as doctors. All walks of life have claimed to see the Flathead Lake Monster. The creature's presence knows no boundaries, captivating the curiosity of anyone who tries to find it. The Flathead Lake Monster has been sighted in various locations around the lake. Areas such as Skidoo Bay, Polson Bay, and the Narrow, and the West Shore
Where
Road.
are these? Like in the United States?
Yes, in the United States. These regions are surrounded in mystery, as Flossie could reveal itself at any moment, thrilling those who seek a glimpse of the unknown. The Flat Lakers is what they call themselves. A local group dedicated to preserving the lake's natural beauty, have taken a keen interest in the Flathead Lake Monster. They encounter anyone who spots the creature to come forward and share their experiences. The Lakers, which is funny, assure witnesses that their reports will be taken seriously and added to the historical archives of the Flathead Lake Monster. Remember, they are here to listen, not to dismiss.
Have you ever seen the show Finding Bigfoot?
I have, yeah.
On Animal Planet?
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of like those like town hall meetings that they used to have in the beginning of the episodes where they would discuss like Bigfoot. Like I feel like that's what they're doing. Like who's seen the monster?
I don't know if I didn't say it on the podcast before, but when I was in Scotland in August, right?
Okay.
We started in London, but the majority of the trip was in Scotland, and we did like a whole little trip. And one of the trips we did was the Highlands, and we went to St. Augustine, which is actually the name of the town that is on Loch Ness. The town's not called Loch Ness. The body of water is Loch Ness. So we're there, blah, 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 having a great time, eating some fish and chips. Fast forward to the end of the trip. We're home the following weekend. Can I tell you, Allison?
Yes.
That the following weekend, I see online that the Loch Ness Monster, like,
there's a sighting
society or whatever you want to call it, that almost like what I'm describing here, the Lakers were there at Loch Ness.
Oh my God, that would totally be something you would have had to record
with drones.
We have to look for a time they're doing it. We have to go back.
We missed it. It was the week after I left.
We had planned our whole trip around that meeting.
They had drones, they had boats, they were all there on Loch Ness, and I was a week. I missed them by a week, and I had no idea. I was so mad. So yeah,
you didn't even tell me that yet.
Well, I was so traumatized by missing Nessie that I didn't want to tell anyone. But back to this monster, back to Flossie. Flat Lake, the alleged dwelling place of this mysterious creature, is a magnificent body of water nestled in the northwest region of Montana. It stretches approximately 28 miles in length and 16 miles in width, making it the largest lake in the western United States. Fed by two rivers, the Flat Lake and the Swan River, fed by two rivers, the Flathead River and the Swan River, This natural wonder covers an area of almost 200 square miles and is as deep as 370 feet. It's actually pretty deep.
Damn.
So Flossie has been described as an eel-shaped creature with a serpentine body. The Flathead Lake Monster's appearance is often associated with that of the renowned Loch Ness Monster. Ranging from 20 to 40 feet in length, it possesses, I said this already, blue, black skin and striking grayish black eyes. Witnesses have reported its head resembling a bowling ball, while others have described multiple humps emerging from the water surface, indicating a possible connection to the legendary creature of Loch Ness. The first documented sighting of the Flathead Lake Monster dates back to 1889, when passengers aboard the U.S. Grant, a lake steamboat, encountered a large whale-like object approaching them. See? Whale-like penis. Since then, numerous sightings have been reported, with most occurring during the summer months when the lake attracts an influx of tourists seeking adventure and relaxation. To shed light on the phenomenon, Dr. Alan Hansel, a renowned cryptozoologist and expert in mysterious creatures, he studies the Flathead Lake Monster because it remains like just as an enigma as the Loch Ness Monster. So is the Flathead Lake Monster a living dinosaur? Dr. Hansel says, highly doubt it. I don't know that people are seeing, but I don't know that it really doesn't make any sense. His quote. He said, I don't know what people are seeing, but I don't know that it is anything that exists. I was like, cool. Thanks, doctor.
Probably like, I don't know if it's what people are seeing, but I don't think it actually exists. So it sounds like, do you think it's a dinosaur?
Mm-hmm. But he believes that the creature's origin lies beyond the realm of conventional zoology. He suggests that the stories of the Flathead Lake Monster, passed down of Native American tribes who once inhabited the area, have fueled the collective desire to believe in its existence. So they asked him, why is there something in Loch Ness? Because people want to see something in Loch Ness. We will never be able to prove a negative, and that's why people want to believe. So like after all these years, like it's just like Loch Ness, why people want to believe in this one. They want to believe in the story. They want to believe that this creature's out there.
It's just fun to think about. As we've said with conspiracies the whole time, but it's something that's fun to question.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want a mythological creature to live in your backyard?
You want to feed into the rumors.
I mean, I did it. I got it tattooed on my body. So as the sun sets over the glistening waters of Flat Lake, the mystery of the Flat Lake Monster remains unsolved. Whether Flossie is a remnant from a bygone era or a figment of the collective imagination, one thing is certain: the legend of the Flathead Lake Monster continues to fascinate and beckon adventurers to explore its depths, hoping to catch a glimpse of this elusive creature that dwells within one of Montana's most breathtaking natural wonder. And that's Flossie. That's the story of Flossie. Like not even the right state. Nope. It is. It's right there. I'm looking at the word Montana, and I said Missouri.
No, you said North Dakota, which is even worse because it doesn't sound anything like Montana.
No. You know, I'm almost done this bottle of wine. I haven't eaten dinner yet, actually, so I should probably do that after we're done.
Same. Well, you won't have to worry because tomorrow we'll be like super full. So
I know. But yeah, that's the story of Flossie.
Yay.
The cousin of Loch Ness Monster, Nessie.
Well, I think next we're gonna have to cover Loch Ness then, because we haven't done that either.
Or I know, Bigfoot. And Champy.
Yes. And
there's actually a lot of cryptids in
Chupacabra.
The United States. Yep, that's another one. I never did the Jersey Devil yet, did we?
Yeah, we did. You did it.
Did I?
I thought so.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm starting to forget what we covered and what we didn't.
I have to look back on our episodes.
There's a guy in the area who's like a Jersey Devil. Actually, I don't think we did. But he's like
no,
a
because
Jersey
you talked
expert.
about that guy before.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll reach out, but I haven't yet. So.
Well, I do want to do some planning around that one because I think we should reach out to that guy, and I also want to get a recording of my mom because my mom has an experience with the Jersey Devil.
You did say that. Yep.
And I want her to I want to get a recording of her retelling it. So I think that should be one that we plan to do together.
Episode that your mom on this podcast would be so funny. Dan,
I know,
be so funny.
She would be just screaming and telling a story about how she almost ran over the Jersey Devil.
She'd be, Dan, I'm talking.
I know, but yeah, no. That would be great. I think that would be a good one that we plan out. And actually,
she could be our guest that episode. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to do another guest episode soon.
Yes, get my mother terrifying experience.
Although Tim is volunteering, he is totally down for doing another episode. I think he wants to replace you. So
no. I know he's trying to break into conspiracy.
He either wants to replace you or replace both of us and create his own conspiracy podcast.
He can do that. He can have no one listen to it.
It's his own damn fault he's not a part of this one. So
Yep. We'll kick him out.
We already did.
I know. Kick him out again.
But that's our second episode of the year.
We did it. We're back.
So far.
We're back. We're killing it.
I don't know. This was, as much as it's a pain in the ass sometimes, this was actually a lot of fun to record and to look up the conspiracies or newer things. So
yeah, kind of reignited my passion,
my fire. Now I have to go record or research my next conspiracy, so we have the next few months going. But this was good. I feel really proud of us to be back into it, but yeah, we'll stay consistent from here on out.
Yes, we did it. We did it, everyone. Only 2 bottles of wine down. We did it.
2 bottles for 2 people. Let's not get crazy here.
Yes, a bottle apiece.
Yeah, but it is.
So thank you all for listening, and then we'll be back with the next one.
We'll see you next time on Conspiracy Happy Hour. Bye.
Goodbye. Cheers. Ding.
Thank you for listening to Conspiracy Happy Hour. Be sure to listen, follow, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. Have a spooky story, conspiracy, or weird encounter that you would like to hear read in a future episode? Email your story to conspiracyhappyhour@gmail.com and follow the show on Instagram and Facebook @conspiracyhappyhour. This podcast is produced and edited by Geckos Media and is a part of the Geckos Media Network. Interested in starting your own podcast and not quite sure where to begin? Visit geckosmedia.com and sign up for a free one-on-one consultation. Until next time, see ya!